Hello Leo, welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. Leo, this week we are going to look at and try to find out, what have your spirit guides been trying to tell you? What message has your spirit guides been trying to convey to you? We're going to look at it to see what the obvious message is, and then we're going to look at it to see what the deeper hidden message is. And how are these messages trying to come to you? How are your spirit guides trying to get these messages to you? I'm going to start with the Lace of Destiny Oracle deck, and then we're going to get into the Steampunk Tarot. It is a reminder that it is a general collective reading, so because it's general, it may or may not resonate. If it does resonate, I'm glad we're able to connect. If it does not, hopefully the next time, Pussycat Nation. All right, Leo, what have your spirit guides been trying to tell y'all? They're trying to tell you, Leo. What is the obvious message, the hidden message, and where or how are these messages coming to you? So what is the message here? The obvious message is a maze. It's like, yeah, I know. The obvious message is that you're going through the maze, that there's a lot of twists and turns, that you've entered a period of time here. Now, at what point you entered this period of time, I don't know. Some of you could be quickly exiting the maze. Maybe you're about to. Others of you, maybe you've just got in the maze. Maybe you're halfway through the maze. But it really is a period of, I want to say, a lot of unexpected twists and turns and not necessarily sure what to expect the next day. You may also have sort of a destination in mind here, but it might seem like there's no straight way of getting to that destination. Okay, what's the hidden message? Whoa, destruction. The hidden message is the destruction, is a situation of destruction. You could even be trying to knock the walls down in the maze. There's two ways that this feels like it's coming across. It's almost like you could be in the maze and you could be slowly like pulling down the walls around you so that you can see more clearly, or it's telling you to do that. There's things around you that are not supporting you. The other way this comes across also is it's almost like being put in the maze because these are high walls to protect you from some type of destruction or storm that could be going on around you or could be in the future. How are these messages getting to you? Surf it. It's almost like when you've had enough of something. What? I don't know. When you've had enough of something. Too much of something. Too much of something? When you're feeling too much of something, it's to recognize that you're in the maze. This destruction card, I want to add tarot to it to kind of see, like, are you being protected from... Oh God, that's a long friggin' maze, man. It just goes on and it's like a valley. It's like a valley and it almost looks like a shortcut. You know what's giving me that like Amazing Race vibe? I tend to only watch, there probably are like different versions of it for different countries because there's like Amazing Race Canada, which is where I live. And I know there's like probably the original Amazing Race. But so anyways, I'm guessing they're all the same. But you know how like they have these challenges? And sometimes they also have like a shortcut challenge, or you could make a choice here. And a lot of times, like the shortcut or the choice that seems like, okay, that's going to be faster. It's not. It's like there's some type of nuance to it that just drags on and on and on and they can't get it. Or there's a particular little skill that you almost need to have. And if you haven't developed that in life, it makes the whole thing fucking impossible. Like it could be like making bread. And it's like, all you got to do is make a nice loaf of bread. You know, you get the recipe there, the instructions. That's all you got to do. Or you could go out in a fishing boat and try to catch crabs in a crab trap. You're thinking, well, God, maybe there's no crabs. Like, how do you know if you catch any crabs? Okay, I'm going to go make the loaf of bread. Let's go make the loaf of bread. But it's almost like if you've ever tried to make like bread or, I don't know. I don't really make bread, but sometimes we do the pizza dough thing. And it is like a nuance. Every dough is different too. There's a nuance to kneading. Actually, a cat, you'd probably be good at making bread. You're kneading that dough. But right, if you don't knead it in just the right way or let it rise properly, it's not going to really come out as bread. So it's okay. So where I'm going with this is the obvious message is the shortcut really isn't a shortcut. There is no shortcut here. There is no shortcut here, and there could be important things that have to be dismantled along the way. You might be tired of this. I don't know. You're tired or something. I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of it. Target. Well, you're on target. It's almost like you're still in the race. It's like, right? It's like you're still in the race. But do you see that? I see that often happen in that show. And honestly, it's funny. I don't watch it that often because my mom has like cable or satellite TV or whatever, but I don't. So I only catch that shit when I'm visiting her. And so I might catch a couple episodes like once every 2 years or something. But it feels like it's the people, the group that are kind of like in first place. And they have the option. They might even have the option to like, I don't know if it's skip something or do a challenge that seems like it would be easier. But there isn't, no. It's just to tell you you're still on target. And maybe you were so far ahead, it's not like you're really getting behind. And I think that's what I'm trying to convey with that situation. Like it's almost, often it seems like it's the team that are in the lead that end up having that choice, or they end up making a choice. It's like, it's going on and on and on. Or they could end up at last place, like getting to the, whatever they call that, the target or the end. And it's not an elimination round. So you're okay. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. I don't think the Amazing Race has ever come through in a reading, but that's kind of the vibe here with that, right? Because you would think going down into the valley, from a distance, it's like, oh, look, there's just a flat plain. Let's go down there. Let's take that. Oh, Lord. There's only one way through this, and it's the maze. So it also feels like things are out of your control, like you're kind of even being guided without having any choices about where you're being guided to is the message. That's the obvious message. Like, yeah, this is obvious. I'm in the maze, but the hidden message is destruction. All right. And you're tired or something. You had enough of something. Maybe you're tired of being rich. I don't know what this is. It just feels like she got everything she could ever want. I'm tired of it. I have too much abundance. The sun. Wow. You are wow. You are guiding yourself in the right direction. You are. The obvious message is you really are. Look, right? The sun is coming up over the hill. I just heard. I don't know who it was, but that's okay. I just heard, Cindy, the sun comes up every goddamn morning. It's the same friggin' maze. Same friggin' maze. I know. It's okay. You know, it's just saying, like the real sunset or the real sunrise. You are working your way towards exactly where you're meant to be. Happiness, bliss, clear skies. No, I'm hearing like no more challenges. Winning the amazing race. That's the destruction. The death card. There needs to be a full, it's like an ending. The hidden message is there needs to be an ending here. Of what? What? Like, I don't know. I feel like you're stuck in the maze. What? Or maybe there's ending. Anyways, I'm finding this is so funny. There's only been, I can't remember, was Gemini or Cancer. Their hidden message is actually really easy to understand. Everybody's hidden message this week has been like a, oh, okay. The hidden message here is like death and rebirth, right? Destruction. And maybe there's even, it's like if something has gone down in your life here, there has to be respect for some type of mourning period, alchemy, major arcana, right? Aren't you just, yep. The universe and the planets are spinning. But you feel like you should be in charge with the sun. Kind of like says you are. That's the obvious message. You're in charge of your way through the maze. Surf it. Seven of Swords. Oh, I'm tired of being a sneaky fucker. Was somebody tired of being a sneaky fucker? No, I don't know. I'm tired of having to think so smartly. I'm tired of having to navigate. Is it break down the maze? Break down the maze? Is that the hidden message? Because this is like someone who is, how these messages are coming to you, it's like, well, either someone around you, something is playing out here where somebody's got to be either like sneaky, really strategic in their thought process. I'm really tired of that. Really tired of that. Maybe there's something in your life here, you're like, you know what, you need to break it down, you need to get rid of it. You need to give yourself a fresh start, possibly. And you might be working, like trying to work your way around that. It's hard, dude. 2 of Pentacles at the bottom, but we're not done. Not done here. Okay. What? The obvious message is the maze to the sun. So you're getting there. Wow, the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, it felt like that. Like, it kind of feels like the planets are sort of in charge. The Queen of Cups. Wow, and the Lovers. You're going in the right direction, man. You really are. The obvious message here is, well, your heart will lead you in the right place. Follow your heart here. The hidden message is there's something that needs to be dismantled so that you can have rebirth. Or there can be a rebirth. But you are going in the right direction. I feel like time, circumstances, situations are kind of like on your side with the Wheel of Fortune into the Queen of Cups and the Lovers and the Sun. It's kind of telling me you found the right spot in the maze, like you're going down. Yeah, okay. Just keep heading there. Keep following the sun. You know, it's like if you don't have a compass and it's not cloudy, you're kind of like, okay, you can kind of figure out where north, west, south is based on the sun roughly. It's almost like keep focusing on the sun. The hidden message. So you're going in the right direction, Leo. Particularly if you're using your heart as your guide. The hidden message, destruction, death. The Fool, there's the fresh start. The Queen of Pentacles. And the Strength card. Well, I tell you, there's somebody who stands between you and a fresh start. I mean, the Queen of Pentacles, the way she's standing here, she's not given any ground. She's not given any ground here. So who is it? It could be, okay, it could be connected to status. Because this is just like somebody who has a lot of shit around her. Let's look at that, shall we? Let's look at the surfeit. I looked that up months ago. I was like, what is this? What? I didn't know how to say it. And then I wanted to understand what the hell it meant. And this is like too much of this. Had enough of it. So just, ugh. I've got too many chocolate bonbons around me. What I would do for a piece of fruit. Okay. Oh, indifference. A sense of indifference arising from excessive satisfaction of specific needs or overindulgence in something can lead to a feeling of joylessness and imbalance. It's a situation in which a person grows weary of everything in life, losing the ability to derive pleasure even from situations that once invigorated and inspired them. The woman depicted in the card appears to have it all. She occupies a high pedestal above the city, enjoying both recognition and the possibility of romance, if not love, as indicated by the 2 cups and roses placed on the table. What? I never noticed that. Oh, okay, yeah. Nevertheless, the card's heroine turns away languidly from these potential joys, whether willingly or unwillingly. She dissipates her resources by feeding the pigeons and adopting a giving nature. The card's background conveys tension with the city's sharp spires and the striking clock on the tower serving as a reminder that everything is subject to change, and such lavish resourcefulness can't be sustained indefinitely. Birds circle above the city illustrating how excessive giving can sometimes lead to a loss of what we need for ourselves. Achieving balance can be a complex endeavor, and it is conspicuously absent in this card. Well, I don't know. This is almost like with the Seven of Swords. It's almost kind of, I want to say there could be moments in time here where you give too much of yourself. You're giving way too much of yourself, and then you're like, fuck everything, fuck the world, fuck people. No, right? Like, just that's enough. I'm not giving to nobody no more. And then other times you might kind of, you know what? I need to give. I really need to give. I want to give. Give. So is it a way to find balance here? I mean, that actually is one of the stronger messages that I'm kind of pulling in with this. And the Seven of Swords, it's almost like coming up with, I'm kind of pulling on with that, right? Like it's using your mind in a very wise way, but also differently from how you used it before. Sevens to me are kind of like reconstruction, like kind of consider things, open up to possibilities, look at the differences here and the nuance, and how can we be a little bit different, right? And it's kind of like doing that through your mind. So that's how the messages are coming. Maybe you find yourself at points in time here where you've drained yourself. You've drained yourself of resources, whether those are financial, physical, emotional, energetic, and then you focus on reestablishing or building up those resources again. It's almost like you're living in extremes. All right, but okay. So we were going to, because this Queen of Pentacles is strength, the Fool. The hidden message. There's something about holding firm with this Queen of Pentacles, like there's either something in your way. I mean, honestly, there's either something in your way here that you've really had enough and you're tired of dealing with it. And it could be an individual. It could be someone, I don't know, it is. Oh, wait, there's a song. But what song is it? It's weird. It's weird how it's coming through. Wham. That's who it is. It's not when you give and take. You tell me that you think you want some giving to do. And now you tell me that you're having my baby. You tell me that you love me and you want me to. But one step closer and my back will break. If my best isn't good enough, then how can it be good enough for two? What is that Wham song? There is a nuance here that you might be doing something for someone else too. Like that's what I'm picking up to with that Wham song coming in. I'm not gonna sing the song, but what is is that called? Everything She Wants. Yeah, I think that's what. Everything she wants and everything she needs. And it's almost like giving. Now, that doesn't have to be a spouse. It could be. It could be somewhere that you work. It could be. I don't know. It just feels like here that it doesn't matter how much you give. The interesting thing here too with this fresh start, this just feels like somebody who's hanging something over your head, or somebody that won't allow you to proceed. Now the Queen of Pentacles could be coming, like look at how in this card, this person almost looks like they're trying to get away from this person and it has too much. This person has too much still, and it's like up and down. It feels like roller coaster energy. There's some sort of extremes here of life. Are you working your way towards love? I don't, yeah, you are. So that's interesting. That's the obvious message. But the hidden message here is there's somebody standing in the way of having like a fresh start for yourself. You know, and there's a lot of different ways this could come across. It could be like, let's say you want a new job or career. You really don't like what you're doing, but it makes good money, and your partner, your spouse, or maybe you still live at home with your parents, and they're like, no, 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 we need that money to help us with, you know, well, we need to do this and we need to buy that. And we just, like, well, we have more than enough. There's this, like, there's more than enough with Surf It. And it's like, no, that's not enough. And then it's almost like, how can I get away from this? How can I get out of this situation? It makes me feel tired. You could be dealing with someone here, and it doesn't matter how much you do. They're never going to be happy. The Tower. The Seven of Wands. And the Page of Swords. Oh, I need to know more about the Queen of Pentacles. You want to pursue the things that you love is really what I'm getting. And there's some sort, there could even be like, it could even be within yourself. Like you might struggle with this. Maybe the Queen of Pentacles represents, you know, some level of achievement that you have gained here in your life. And some sort of status, some sort of comfort, some sort of financial stability and abundance. I mean, it's like the hidden message is here. I don't know. It's almost like you can't, you got to end something. There's something here that needs to come to an end so that you can have a rebirth. You could spend all day in the maze. You could spend your life in the maze. But if you don't get past or dismantle the thing that stands in your way, this is, you know, this is nice. This is amazing. This is like your divine path, it feels like. Like this is where you would flourish. This is an environment, a situation, a relationship where you would flourish. That's obvious. But the thing that's almost not obvious to you is that I want to say you can't have your cake and eat it too. Although you probably would be. Over here, you just don't think so. Okay, this underline. Temperance, the Devil, the Three of Cups, and the Chariot. It almost feels like you're just you're waiting. You're waiting on the Devil. Devil. The Devil kind of feels like something here that's got you by the tail. Let's understand this Queen of Pentacles energy. Well, let's look at the Fool. Let's look at the Fool, because that's like, here I go. Fresh start. Queen of Pentacles, no you don't. Sorry. The Fool. The Fool card in part of the hidden message. Oh, the King, the Ten of Pentacles. Whatcha? Okay, the Queen of Pentacles. This Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Swords and the Nine of Swords. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like for some of you, you're in a relationship where you have a lot of wealth and stability, and there's probably no love there. There's, and it's, I mean, turning the Queen of Pentacles into the Queen of Swords is going from someone who is likely in a relationship. She is noted, right, in the archetypal energy of the wife or the business partner. She should be either of those two. She's a partner. The Queen of Swords. Okay, Leos, I do not know what happened when I was recording this reading for you, but as I took the memory card out and put it into to look at everything, the video just ended there. but that's not when I stopped recording, and I don't know what happened. So anyways, what I've done is I've taken a picture of the cards so you guys can see everything that got clarified here, and I'm going to just quickly talk about it for you so that you can still get the message, because it's a pretty deep message here. So I know we clarified we just clarified the Fool with the Ten of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles with the Queen of Swords and the Nine of Swords. So we're going to start right there. And this energy with the Queen of Swords and the Nine of Swords, this is honestly, like, it feels like to me, someone who's trying to make a really difficult decision here. And it's making a decision about, honestly, kind of like staying in a situation that you're in that could be supported financially, or looking at things from a very different perspective. And, well, let's just to be honest, like, it could be going from the Queen of Pentacles to the Queen of Swords is going from possibly someone who is a business owner or in a partnership of some type. Like, it could be somebody who is married, obviously, is an archetype that is associated with the Queen of Pentacles. Going to the Queen of Swords is an archetypal energy of someone who is divorced or a widow. So there is some sort of contemplation here. And then when I looked at the Strength card with the Five of Pentacles, this is honestly like having the courage to go it on your own here. Having the courage to go it on your own. So the obvious message is to work through something. You're not where you want to be emotionally, all right? And it is to have the courage to look beyond the societal constraints and expectations that have kind of put you where you are. I did clarify the Destruction card, and that gave us the Two of Cups. And the Death card was the Six of Swords and the Six of Pentacles. I'm not going to lie, like, it really honestly does look like the hidden message here, the deeper message, is that there is possibly a relationship that is not equal, that is not an equal give and take here, maybe on an emotional level. And it is to trust in the destruction of relationships that you have been through or that you are in, if this is resonating for you. And I don't know, the Six of Pentacles in this case to me is possibly like a division of assets, is dividing things up equally. Then I went over to the Surfeit area, which is how these messages are kind of getting their way to you. The Surfeit was clarified with the Seven of Swords, right? And the Seven of Swords on the larger tarot deck is the one that came out with that. There's honestly, it just feels like tired of pretending, tired of being a certain way, tired of functioning in a certain way, tired of always trying to be the smarter one in a situation or outsmart people in a situation. Like, it's like sick and tired of having to function in that way. And maybe, you know, based on the cards too that have come out, the larger Seven of Swords, we had the Six of Cups, the Ten of Cups, and the Seven of Wands. So this is also feeling like needing to protect yourself from people that perhaps at one time you had some type of happiness with, like not trusting in what was maybe, I don't know, supposed to be happy for you, but it didn't work out that way. The Tower was clarified by the Ace of Swords. The Seven of Wands was clarified by the Knight of Cups. And the Page of Swords was clarified by the Five of Cups and the Two of Swords. I feel like it's the obvious here is like there does need to be destruction of something, right, with the Tower. Now, this is also being guarded emotionally with the Knight of Cups, like not sharing your heart or doing that in a very strategic way, strategically sharing your emotions here with other people. The Page of Swords with the Five of Cups and the Two of Swords is really kind of, it's honestly, it's seeing maybe people around you, maybe yourself, witnessing sadness, a sense of loss, perhaps even mourning, and that causing indecisiveness, Now, the area that gets most intriguing is the obvious message that's coming to you and the cards that clarified that. So the Maze card, it was the Four of Cups, and right, like The Four of Cups can honestly be sort of like, the only thing I can focus on here is the maze, and I can't see the sun rising in the distance. The sun is clarified by the Five of Wands. So it almost feels like, you know, what I desire, who I think I am, what I'd like to achieve, what feels like the brightness and the happiness in my life. There can only be conflict in this. It's like, it feels like that there's conflict in what we wish or dream or hope for in our life. So connecting that with the Four of Cups and the maze, it does honestly feel like, you know, you can get focused or overly distracted by the dark walls around you, right? By the dark walls around you and not seeing that the sun is starting to rise. The Magician and the Wheel of Fortune. You know, that to me is kind of giving me that feeling of working with the universe, but maybe even feeling manipulated by the universe. Feeling like you have no control over what you create in your life. Like almost feeling kind of tossed around. Feeling kind of tossed around by the universe. Now, the Queen of Cups was clarified by the World, and the Lovers was clarified by the Devil. There's almost like allowing the darkness to get into your heart because you're not believing in love. Or past relationships leave you not believing in love because of the darkness that was happening in those relationships. There could also be something here that's implying that there is no more love in a relationship or a situation. And that it has turned from something that was at one time, it was a divine blessing in your life, that has become something darker and manipulative. Right? Which is interesting to get that manipulative energy, because with the Seven of Swords twice and Surfeit, it's just like, I'm just tired of this manipulation. Is really how that comes across. And with the Magician and the Wheel of Fortune, I don't know, for some of you, you might be feeling like the universe has really been manipulating you and that this maze is never ending. So yeah, that's really how these cards unfolded. There was just a few more minutes left. Well, it took me a little bit longer because it does take more time to shuffle out the cards in real time than they're already out, and I'm talking to you about them, what they are here. And oh, I didn't put it in the picture, but the underlying card for the teeny tiny deck that I used to clarify everything was the Temperance card, and that is bringing balance to all areas of your life, and finding, I want to say, it's like finding contentment. But there really is a message here about possibly not believing in love, or feeling that love is a cycle that is closed for you. Yeah, that's what was left in that. And again, I don't know why. I don't know. I have a feeling the memory card I have has been, maybe it's just been, but anyways, I need a new memory card. So, that's what I've got for you. I've done the extended already, and the extended is fine. It came out, okay. So those of you that might want to follow me over to the extended, I am going to be asking in the extended, Leo, how is your ego interfering with you receiving these messages? And how is your higher self helping you accept and see these messages here for you? And that's what I have. So thank you so much, Pussycat Nation. I know you can't see it, but I am waving to you and telling you to be gentle with yourselves. Bye.